And with the release of God of War 3, oh boy, I think it was long overdue for another Kratos review. So today's Toy Spot, we're going to be looking at God of War 2. We're looking at Kratos with Flaming Blades of Athena. What a great figure. I bought both this figure and the armor of the Olympus armor, and I'm really happy I picked them up. Getting really expensive, these figures too. So if you were lucky like myself to have picked these up before, you know, the big demand for them came, you were lucky enough to get them for probably about $14, $15. I've actually seen some of these figures on eBay for about $80. $80. Of course, that could also be from some sellers that think they can get $80. I think that's asking a bit much, but very nice packaging. You see God of War 2 at the top there. Nice picture of Kratos from the Player Select series. On the back of the package, why did I say armor? Olympus armor. Golden Fleece armor. You think I'd remember that. But had the very cool Medusa head. I've also done a review of it. If you wanted to see that, just go check it out. It says, heads and accessories are interchangeable. You are Kratos, the new god of war. The epic odyssey continues as you set out to alter that which is no mortal or god has ever changed, your fate. Wow. I'm not even going to spend too much time on package, because I really want to get this guy opened up. So why don't we do that? We'll get this guy opened up. We'll get a better look at Kratos with Flaming Blades of Athena. Awesome! And here we have Kratos in all his wondrous splendor. A great looking figure. I'm so very happy that I picked this guy up. The face is very cool. And unlike actually the other face, this Kratos actually is much more angry. He is much more angry. The detailing, the sculpt is incredible. Got all the chains on his arms here. The detailing on his skirt. Very nicely done. You can see all the little slashes and stuff in his armor. What I like too is the fact that the white in his chest and his skin actually is not just a straight white. They've actually put a bit of a gray wash in there as well, just to give it some depth. And the face, like I said, very nice. Boy, is he ever angry. Now Kratos does come with a stand. I would say if you have the opportunity to, it's probably best to have him on the stand. I found with my other God of War figure, he was very heavy, very top heavy almost. He fell very often off my bookcase. So I would say if you have a display stand, it's probably best to utilize it and have him on display on the stand. And I won't do it just now, but we'll put the stand aside. Nothing really too complicated with the stand. They put no image or anything on it. You don't necessarily need any pictures on it. It's Kratos, right? You don't need anything. His other accessories, I should say his main accessories, he also has his blades, his iconic blades. See there with the skull. Very cool. Nice print. Same swords as the other one as well. The Golden Fleece armor is nothing different between the two, at least from what I can see. And you can have him holding his swords. I found his hands on the other God of War Kratos figure was prone to fall off very often actually, and it seems this figure is no different. What I also like about this figure too is the fact that his fingers actually are rubbery. They're not a solid plastic. So while it may look like you can't get the sword into his hand, you actually can. It's very easy to pry the fingers open and get the swords in there. So there you have Kratos with his swords. Very cool. You're saying to yourself, well, that's cool, but that's kind of what the other Kratos had. It's really nothing different between the two other than the additional armor. Yes, you are absolutely right. But Kratos has one other thing that's really cool. You take the blades out here, and he also comes with these. And as you can see, you'll see the chain that goes all the way around here. You can actually take his swords, and actually when you first buy this figure, the swords are actually already installed into this. You just snap the swords into place. I'll do the one with the other one here. And if you can't quite line them up, just match the hilt, I guess, of the blade to the chain. You can match it up that way. And you can actually take these pieces. Oh, you see where this is going? You can actually take these pieces and you can plug them into his hand. Same way as what you would do with the swords. And trying to see if there doesn't. These pegs on this on the handles here, I don't think they have any purpose. And with a bit of finagling, I actually finally got the blades in place. It turns out actually that, if you guys can see it, I'll bring it in here for a second. There is two little pegs here, as I pointed out earlier, but there is actually two holes in his arms, in his forearms, and you actually have to hurt your thumb, unfortunately, in the process, but you have to just kind of plug it in to the top there. Took a little work. I obviously decided to do it off camera so that you guys didn't have to see it. Took a bit of work, but the end result is a very gorgeous looking figure, and certainly something as a display piece looks very nice. As I pointed out already, you can see the chains, and the chains connect to the blades, and we've got this really nice flame effect. It concerns me though, for how nice this is. I don't know if you guys can hear this. You know what that sound is? That's the sound of brittle. So I would say, if you ever buy this figure, you want to put them on display, make sure you put them on display and maybe keep the packaging. Because if you ever want to move and you ever want to put this guy away, don't just put this in a box, because these are going to break. And that's the only downside to the figure. The other downside as well is, as I mentioned earlier, his hand. His hand wants to come out all the time. Actually, both hands. But what I'll do is I'll just take these blades out so I can give you guys a breakdown on his articulation. He certainly has loads of articulation. He has the ball jointed head. He has a ball jointed shoulder. He has a swivel bicep. You can bend the elbow, and you can rotate. Can't really rotate the forearm, but you can certainly rotate the hand. Unfortunately, though, it means that the hand always falls out. You can rotate the waist. The legs, not too much of a problem. The skirt only hinders the one side, but movement in the leg, you can rotate the thigh, bend at the knee, and you can also move the foot up and down, left and right. This is a great figure. Again, I would caution anyone who buys the figure to be very careful when they get this. See, as you can hear there, this guaranteed will break. And I would say, hold on to your package, guys, because if you ever want to pack this guy away for any reason whatsoever, you want to make sure you can put this guy back into his package and keep these relatively safe. That aside, it's a great display piece, it's a great figure, and it's a great conceived idea of having the sculpted flamed blades of Athena. This figure I would give an 8.5, just probably as high as I would give the other figure as well. I know I didn't give him a number rating, but both figures are equally worth picking up. This I would definitely have with his blades, his sculpted flame as well. The other Kratos I might just have with the Medusa head hanging, or I'll just give him the standard blades and put those in his arm. But both figures are worth picking up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a Toy Spot. Today we were looking at the God of War. We were looking at the Flaming Blades of Athena figure. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time.